welcome back. You're watching The Money Show on ET. Now, let's bring on board Ajay Awtaney from live from lounge.com to talk about credit cards. A lot of you may have purchased travel credit cards recently, thinking about all the travel plans that you may have for yourself, and also looking at your travel history. Given that you're frequent flyers, it makes sense to buy yourself a credit card that rewards you every time you fly. But that's clearly not happening amidst the lockdown. Plus, many of these travel credit cards do tend to carry quite a high fee. So let's discuss with Ajay which ones to toss, which ones can you keep, and when should you consider tossing them. Ajay, thank you for joining us today on The Money Show. Let's start off first with this very point. I mean, travel credit cards do tend to have a very high annual fee, and we are any which ways in the midst of a lot of disruptions for a lot of individual salaries, businesses. So they want to save as much money as they can whenever they can. Would you recommend then that right now they should at least stop their credit cards, if not completely cancel them out?
I think this question has like always two perspectives. If you are an avid traveler and you think after this grounding you will be back in the air or back on your road schedules, I think it still makes a lot of sense to hold on to these travel credit cards. For instance, if you're a frequent flyer at your work and so on, I'd really recommend you hold on to these travel credit cards, because this might be a 6-month thing or a 3-month thing, but eventually travel will come back, or so we hope, and that is when you will be able to continue to use the points or miles or whatever that you are going to accumulate on these credit cards. Even right now, everything is happening as online spending, largely digital payments. So I guess people still have an opportunity at this point of time to earn points, miles, or whatever points currencies that they're earning. In terms of spending them, yes, obviously right now is not the opportunity to spend. But if you're not a very frequent user, then I guess, yes, my advice for you would be different. You could basically look at downgrading or swapping your travel credit cards with a lower cost credit card from the same bank, because you can still continue to enjoy your credit limit and your credit history with the bank, but you don't have to pay as much for the privilege of holding a credit card with the bank as you have to when you're basically holding on to a travel credit card. So that's my take on the issue.
All right. Ajay, let's talk about lifestyle cards meantime. Those as well, associated with perhaps lounge use, etc., do tend to carry a bit of a high fee. What's your opinion on those?
I think the lifestyle cards are doing a fabulous job even at this point of time, in spite of the fact that you're not being able to travel, you're not being able to access the lounges and the other privileges that they promise to us on a day-to-day basis. But I think they've been fabulous, and they've been some of them have been very forthcoming in creating promotions or, features on the card to make sure that customers are engaged even during their time at home. For instance, one that comes to mind is American Express had some great promotions for their platinum card holders, where they gave people a huge amount of money just to spend at home. So you could buy groceries or stuff from Flipkart for up to 18,000 rupees, and they would just refund you the money. So lifestyle cards are doing pretty good things and trying to keep you hooked to the credit card and keep you engaged till the time it is time to get back on the road and use the other privileges of the card. That's how lifestyle cards are behaving in the market at this point of time. And other companies like HDFC and Citi have also done something or the other for their lifestyle credit card holders. Some have taken to waiving off some fees, some have taken off to, giving out newer promotions for people to spend at home. So lifestyle, I think, is the top niche for any credit card company issuer. So these guys are being pampered at this point of time, I would say.
Okay. The most common benefit is the use of travel miles, but they come with an expiry. What will happen to the accumulated miles if this travel ban and health crisis stays for longer? I mean, are they transferable?
There are two kind of travel credit cards. Okay, one is the kinds where there is a co-branded, like Axis and Vistara or SBI card and Vistara. You know, in these concepts, what happens is on every month, every billing cycle, your points are auto swept to the bank, to the loyalty program of the bank. So let's say you own a Air India SBI credit card, you continue to earn Air India points, but they are held in your SBI account, SBI card account, sorry. And then every month there could be a sweep where you can just transport them to your Air India account. Different banks obviously have different product constructs, so this is not like a catch-all. But if you, so you can actually ask for your points to be transferred to the loyalty program, and then move up or down to a different product in the same bank. Now, coming to the part about expiry of the miles, and like you asked for gift card, some products have the ability to do this. For instance, HDFC, Citibank, all these banks have the American Express, all these banks have the ability to turn your points into gift cards as well. But if you're holding a co-branded credit card with Vistara, your points would get transferred to Vistara, and then you have an opportunity to use them for the next 3 years. If you have a co-branded credit card with Intermiles, which was the earlier Jet Privilege program, these get transferred to Intermiles, but then Intermiles has the ability to give you gift cards, or you can redeem them in raffles, or try to win gift cards and so on and so forth with intermiles.com. So there are all sorts of possibilities apart from Club Vistara, where they automatically get credited to Vistara points.
All right. And Ajay, we can't dine out, we can't travel. So are cashback cards the best ones to hold on to right now then?
See, the cashback construct is really different on a ongoing basis. Some of the earlier cashback products in the market, they market themselves as cashback cards, but when you start going through the fine print, your cashback is limited at 100 or 200 or 300 rupees per month. So those are not the kind of cashback products you want to sign up for. But there are more products that have come into the market recently, like between Amazon and ICICI Bank, for instance, where you can get up to 5% money as spendable on Amazon. So those are the products. It's always good to have those products as well. I wouldn't say make them your primary credit card, but for instance, if you were spending on Flipkart or if you were spending on Amazon, these are free cards, or these are very cheap cards. So you can make it your second card, and then you can continue to spend on them during the lockdown. And once travel comes back, you can, or your lifestyle spending comes back, you can go back to your lifestyle credit cards. The reason I'm advocating for you to keep your travel or lifestyle credit cards as well right now is because we continue to need things, we continue to shop, and many a times the offers and the promotions on these higher end credit cards tend to continue to be better than the entry level cashback cards that most banks offer. So even if you are something, maybe you buy something and you get enough of a discount that recovers for the fee for the whole year in one purchase itself.
All right, Ajay, I really appreciate you joining us today with a lowdown on how one can manage their travel credit cards or all the other credit cards amidst this pandemic, especially when one cannot really make the most use of it. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, we'll take a very short break right here on the show, but when we return, we'll be bringing on board My Loan Care to address the worries that a lot of students and parents may be having, and that's with respect to repaying an education loan, especially when job prospects at this point of time seem a little low.